Good morning guys, hope you are well. It's Monday morning and the date is the 5th of August and it's 6:45, well ish, nearly, and it looks pitch black. It's starting to rain. I've got a nice clean truck, well that's usual isn't it. Anyway, I'm not going to start on that note. We're on our way down to, well we're not, because you can see the seat is empty. Angie's at home in bed. She's not coming with me today. It's only a local job. Well, it might not be a local job, but we've got to go down to Beaulieu to pick 3 vehicles up that I dropped off on Friday at a Supercar event, and that's up. They've got to go up to Woking from there, and I'm not sure whether we got to carry on up to anywhere else after that to get a backload. So it's not going to be a normal vlog, I don't think. The reason why I was going to vlog is a few of you guys have asked me to try some different camera angles. Now the reason I use this camera angle, because that one camera does obviously onto me and Angie, and I can spin it around and go straight out on the road. The reason why I use in that position is it's safety, because I can use the camera easy enough without compromising safety. Somebody wanted me to put the camera on the bunk, but if I'm driving along, as you can see, I'm not sure how I'm going to fix it to the bunk and look out. I like that angle because Ned Kelly uses it sometimes, but it's, unless Angie's with me, yeah, you can see how am I going to operate the camera. I have got a chest strap thing. I might try that. But yeah, I'm going to try a few camera angles if I can today. But that was the main aim of just getting the camera on. Plus I haven't seen you for a long time. I haven't been abroad since the last time. I know that's stupid saying that, but the last time we went over the water was, oh, it's got to be 6 weeks ago when we done that Paris job. Anyway, I've got to be down in Beaulieu for 8, so we've got to crack on, and we'll it's not that important that we got to get there for dead on 8 o'clock, but you know me, I don't like being late. Early's better than late. On time's good. That's a different company, isn't it? Don't work for them. I'll just come in there to get my coffee. This is Emsworth Services, by the way, and there's one of Churchill's guys bending down by his front wheel. What's he doing? He wasn't checking anything, and he had a old Phillips road map in his hand. He was just crouching down looking at it. I said, blimey mate, that's old school. He said, yeah, you can't use sat navs in this job because they go to a lot of farms, see. And he said, if the farmer tells you, do not follow your sat nav, you'll get lost. Don't follow your sat nav. So I had a good old chat with him about the old town maps, the Phillips maps, and I forget what the A to Z's, weren't they? The good old days of maps. And yeah, if you had to go to a new town, you had to stop and buy another map and all that. I've still got all mine in the loft. Yeah, old school. So yeah, we got to trundle on down to Southampton. Just past Southampton, we turn left on. We'll sort of head down towards Fawley. Bloody weather, look at it. And then we turn right. Down there. I don't know what's up with me. I'm waffling this morning. I haven't vlogged for ages. I think that's the problem. I don't know what I'm talking about. And yeah, we go down the little village of Beaulieu and then into the Motor Museum and pick these three vehicles up, and then up to Woking, and hopefully after that we'll come back. But I have missed vlogging. I don't know how I'm going to edit this because my laptop is absolutely full. I've only got 400 gig of space on it. Alright, my editing suite's on there and a few other little bits and pieces. There's no big files on it, and I can't, it's just rammed. So I need to buy a new laptop really. I'll save all my stuff to externals, but that doesn't seem to do the trick. So hopefully there's going to be enough space on my laptop to edit this little video for you today. And We've had a lot more good subscribers. We've had a lot of ideas sort of put forward one way or another, and there is a hell of a lot of shout outs to come. They will come later when Angie's with me. We'll go through them all. Every single one of you that's asked will get a shout out. And yeah, thanks for your support, guys. We really appreciate it. Right, we're just coming down past Fareham on the M27. We're coming into the roadworks. There's a 50-mile-an-hour speed restriction through here, because they're upgrading it to what they call that smart motorway. I don't think it's smart. Well, how can you make a motorway smart with all these dinlows using it? If you got rid of 90% of these dinlows, yeah, the whole place would be safer. Like yesterday, me and Angie, we went out for we went over the shop. There's this new little shopping area over by Brockhurst Fort in Gospel, and we come out and turn right to come out and go down this 40-mile-an-hour speed limit. And honestly, no word of a lie, this BMW came out of nowhere. I know we all slag BMW drivers off and all, but I didn't see him. I think it was a 7 Series, and he went past me. He must have been doing at least twice the speed limit. He must have been doing 80 mile an hour, driving like a complete arse. And I said one of the worst words you could ever say, and I would never say it on here, and I very rarely say it anywhere, let alone in Angie's company. And then he went on up the road and nearly hit another car, and I wish I'd had a dash cam in the car, because I already reported him to the police. But don't you think that the driving standards in the UK are, day by day, they're getting worse and worse? I don't really know what's wrong with people. You know, they've got a death wish. They don't try and be safe with their own safety, let alone anybody else's. But people are just so aggressive. Everybody wants to go over the speed limit. You know, I'm no saint, but I pride myself in being a safe driver. You know, I've been driving. I've had my licence since I was 17, and I'm coming up 65 in a couple of months' time. And I've never had a serious accident in all those years. I've been involved in a couple of dings through other people's fault, but no, I've never had a fault to blame, you know, myself. And I pride myself in being a good driver. You know, that's as well as being a professional driver. You've got all these dinlows on the motorway. They've all got the amateur licence, you know, which every car driver's got, because they're not a professional. They're an amateur, aren't they? So they all think they're brilliant. You get them all going along here, lane hogging, all up close, no lights on. Look at the state of the weather. You know, I'm going to get soaked when I get down to Beaulieu, aren't I? You know, you got this clown here. He's got a light out. Look, I bet he ain't done a walk round this morning. I think it should be compulsory that car drivers should do a walk round as well in the morning. I bet he don't even know what's working on his car at all, you know, that bloke. But just, I think it's day by day the driving standards are just dropping in the UK. You know, what's your view on that? I know a lot of you guys aren't in the UK that watch the vlogs. Yeah, what's it like in your country? Is standards dropping? Yeah, you can noticeably dropping it, see it dropping in the UK day by day. I'm scared to be on the road sometimes. You know, and I've been driving a Class 1. You know, I've had my Class 1 for 40 years, and it just scares me sometimes. Some of the things you see people get up to, it's frightening. You know, it really is. You know, it comes to the point where you just don't want to be on the road with them, because it's just ridiculous. See what I mean here, look? You've got all that lot out there, and the inside lane virtually clear. No lane discipline. Yeah, I'm doing 45 mile an hour, which is more than enough in this weather, in these conditions, on this restriction through the roadworks. See this idiot, not idiot, Elliot's. Why don't he come to the left? Now look at him. Do they realise that is a driving offence? So you get 3 points on your licence for that. It's driving without due care and attention, which is, I don't know how they make it drive without due care and attention, but it is. they're all, you know, look, and these don't even indicate, this idiot bloke, look, no indication. That's another thing. I think indicators are obsolete now. Not very few people use them. And we need to know where you're going. We're not bloody mind readers. This weather's getting really rubbish. I'm not looking forward to loading until I'm going to get wet. And I find when I'm all wet, I can't concentrate that well because it's just so uncomfortable. You need to concentrate doing this job. Right, I don't mean the concentration on driving, I'm fine doing that, but when you're loading and what have you, in this weather, it's awful. So you got that clown, there's a Renault, this black Renault now that's in front of me. No lights on, look at it, the state of it. But these roadworks are all the way through to Southampton. And it's now, what's the time now? Oh, it's 7:05. So you get all, they're all coming out now. All the Dinlows are coming out to go to work. So it's only going to get worse, and hopefully we can get the other side of where it all gets nailed up before they get out. I left the yard at 6:20, and the sat nav saying I should be down in Beaulieu at just before 8 o'clock. So it's not set in stone what time I've got to be there, but they just say around 8 o'clock, so that's not too bad. So look at this BMW, look. He could easily get over. And we're only doing 40 mile an hour. No lane discipline. Right, it's still blooming miserable. It's not as heavy as what it was just now. I still then will get blooming wet, cold, and miserable. Anyway, we're down at Dibden Purlieu.
At the roundabout, take the 5th exit.
Down in the New Forest to turn right and actually go into the New Forest, across the cattle grid, and down towards the National Motor Museum at Beaulieu. I think I'll be alright videoing in there because it's a public place, and everybody
now
videos
exit.
in there, I should think. So go around here, over the old cattle grid in a minute, and then down through the forest. Bloody, look at the weather, it's awful, isn't it? 18 degrees it is now. My legs feel freezing, I have to put the heater on. There's pretty good access into the National Motor Museum. When I looked at it, go over the old cattle grid here, look. Yeah, so there is a lot of trees in there, but not that it bothers us. The big tall trees are all cut back. I think they have a lot of car transporters in there, so they've got to keep it a bit half right. So I was a little bit worried when I looked on the old Googles, but nothing to worry about. Went in there Friday, no problem at all. There was no animals about. When I come down Friday, it was all lovely and sunny, and there was all animals, there's all cows and horses and all that lot all around this place. There's nobody now. There's an horse, several horses over there to the left. You won't see them though. Here we are then in actual Beaulieu. It's a little bit tight down through here, but it's not the end of the world. Beaulieu Abbey, or I think it's the Abbey, comes up on the right in a minute. Years ago when I was a nipper, we used to go in that entrance to go to the museum, but they've shut that now. I don't know if people can walk in through that way, but vehicle access, you've got to go down past here. Look, it says supercar drivers only, so obviously we're letting people in there, in this gate, but we've got to carry on through. I bet it was busy down here the weekend. Carry on through over this little bridge, down through the narrow bit. I say I was surprised they do let trucks through here. Normally these sort of places have weight limits on them. And obviously Beaulieu Village is to the left. We ain't going to go down through there, we're just going to carry on up through. up to the T-junction and turn right. It's only a tiny little place, not much here at all really. Yeah, so we got here, turn right, and then there's a nice big entrance on the right that we go up there, follow it up through. There should be a bloke on a gate, tell him what we're here for, and then go in and hopefully not get too wet. It's not raining too much. Thank you, mate. Somebody just let me out. It's nice and polite, isn't it? Yeah, so the rain's eased off a little bit. Hopefully we can get loaded before it kicks off again. Hopefully it won't kick off again. A nice lake on the right here with the swans in it, look. Yeah. It's nice on a sunny day. Not so nice today though with all this bloody wet stuff about. So just round the corner here we'll be turning right. Hopefully there won't be too many other vehicles in there loading. There was only me on Friday, which was good. I did have a massive audience because I was unloading in the main arena. And obviously it's a public place and there's people visiting the National Motor Museum. And they can see what's going on. So I had thousands of cameras pointing at me. So, you know, you might see me on YouTube or someone else's channels. I'm not allowed to record what I do, obviously that's the restrictions that I'm bound to, but I can't stop anybody else videoing and putting it up. So, you know, you might be lucky and see exactly what was going on Friday. I'm sure there might be something on the internet somewhere, but I don't know. So anyway, we go up through here, just follow up through. See, it's very treey. When you come down through here on the old Googles, you think, blimey, you know, it's a bit narrow and treey, but it ain't. So hopefully there's not too many other trucks in here loading, and we can get in without and get loaded without getting too wet or what have you. So I haven't been in the museum for years. We come down on a smart run. You know, we belong to the Smart Club. As you know, we got 2 Smarts. And I think that was the last time me and Angie come down, when we was in the Smart Club, and that was years ago. Oh, the gate's not open. Oh, that's good. Get here for 8 o'clock, they said. And it's shut. Brilliant. Oh no, it's opening. Oh, that's good. Somebody must be keeping an eye on us. So we'll and this bloke's gonna have to get out of the way. No, he's gonna have a word with us, I think. Hello, mate.
You alright? You know where you're going?
Yeah, in the arena again.
See the guy in the car in front of you?
This guy here, yeah.
Yeah, if you haven't got the keys, he'll have the keys.
Okay, mate, lovely. Thanks a lot. Cheers, buddy. Right, so we're going to go in here and go in the arena and get sorted out. Look, I'll get back to you in a bit because I'm going to be a bit busy. Right, that's me loaded, and look, I'm all dry. It actually stopped raining when I got here. Had a few spits and spots, but that's not a problem. Yeah, they're all breaking it down now. There's all the sound crew over there's packing up all their kit and taking their gantry down. There's another guy here loading. What's that he's loading? Oh, Porsche. There's a few sort of dregs left here now. What's that? That's oh, he's obviously loading Porsche, that Brit European. There's a couple of Jags there, a couple of Bentley, and a couple of McLaren. So I expect they'll be picked up later. But yeah, I had a really nice old guy help me load, because the stuff I've had to put on is a bit awkward to load on your own. He's an on-time driver, another enclosed transporter company, and he's 71. Unbelievable, isn't it? He doesn't do European work anymore, he just does UK. But what a nice, helpful guy. He took a bit of time out of his day just to stay behind. He offered to sort of help me, watch me on. I didn't ask him. He didn't even see. I hadn't even started loading. He just said, "Do you want me to give you a hand, mate?" And that's old camaraderie for you. Like it used to be back in the old days. You stop and help someone. Not like people of today. They don't want to give you 5 minutes. But yeah, nice old guy. Look, I suppose he gave me sort of 15 minutes of his day, and I thank you for that, mate. That's very kind of you. Yeah, so I'm gonna have a half-hour break now here because we're allowed to park here and it's pretty quiet. And coming out on that Fawley Road coming in, it was a bit rammed, so we'll let all that lot go, and then we'll crack on and go out to Woking and see what we got to do from there. Yeah, getting back to camera angles and different position, and like I say, this one here is very easy because that's facing out. And if we want it to record us, that's all I have to do. I've got a bit of black paper on the front of that because it stops the reflection on the window, and there's a red light there. But under there's the button that turns it on, and under there there's the button for record. So that is very easy for me to operate if I'm on the move. And because I'm left-handed, look, it's easy for me just to go bump, bump, and then we got the record going. I sometimes have one on this window, as you know, looking in the mirror and out the side. But I'd like to do some outside as well. Put them on the side of the truck facing back so you could see the dung heap articulating. But the only trouble with that is, if you've got it on the outside, you've got to turn it on before you move, and then you've got to stop to turn it off and take it off. So that's a little bit of a faff, but I'd like to do perhaps a couple of them. Obviously not in this sort of weather because it'd be pointless. But yeah, it sounds a bit boring, or it seems a bit boring doing the same camera angle all the time, but it's tried and tested and it's safe. You can't sort of compromise safety. So yeah, that's that little lot. That's all I was going to do today, really, is get some camera angles. But I mean, it's ending up a vlog, isn't it? Because I have missed it. And the seat's empty. And she says that she sends her love to all her special fan base. She's got some fans, and I'm talking to her empty seat. Look, what an idiot! But she's got some special fans, and they love her to bits. Well, that's us done. It's at the National Motor Museum. Can find our way out round the one-way system. All nice, friendly people down here. Nice when you come to places like this. Shame it's not open because I've just had, I was going to have a half-hour break, but I've had 45 minutes, about 50 minutes in the end. If it was open, I could have had a little sneak peek in the museum, but I don't think it opens till 10 o'clock or something like that. So that's a shame. Never mind. Another day, perhaps. It's only cars, though, isn't it? And buses, and there's a few buses in there. Look, and it's just started raining again. Timed that well, hasn't it? You see what I mean about the trees? They're all cut back nicely, because like with that open transporter that was in there, you need the trees cut back because they haven't got anything to protect them. Look. Oh God, you can park there overnight. Look, that's handy. Nice and quiet in here. It was quite packed here on Friday when I came in. There's a couple of little branches you've got to dodge. Some people don't dodge, they just go through them even. Yeah, the public's starting to come in now. Oh, he's going to let me out. Good guy. Thank you very much. Nice and polite. Doesn't hurt, does it? Oh, it is one of the Beaulieu vehicles, so there we go. Look at the sun coming out. Dirty old truck now, look. Got to go the rest of the day with the sun on. And all muddy. Look at the dung heap. Can you hear the brakes? Squeaky brakes on the dung heap. Oh look, it's a moo cow. Because they run wild in the New Forest. I don't know what they're called. Oh, I know they're called a cow, but yeah, there's some sort of name for them, isn't there, when they're allowed to run free, or walk free, or eat free, or whatever. It's a lovely lake down here. Oh, look at the old car, old sports cars there for sale. What's that? Austin Ely, E-Type Jag, Cobra. There was a few bobs worth in there. It's a little bit tight through here really, but people keep their heads straight and give way. We're alright, look. And that's it, we're out. Over this bridge and then out into the forest. So the tide's out. A bit different to the weather when we came in, wasn't it? Blimey. Yeah, I thought I'd have a full 45-minute break and that clears the card then for whatever else we got to do. We can get out of Woking because it's 2 hours out of Woking from here plus traffic. We can get out there, get tipped, and then do whatever we got to do. We've got to go north, we can have another break on the way up. Look at them bloody brakes on that bloody donkey. Cheers, mate. I always worry when people are being nice and sort of stopping like that. They stop next to a tree that's sticking out. Just keep on coming. They're all in there. They're in there somewhere. I think it's forecast rain all week actually, so the truck's going to get dirty anyway, isn't it? So not to worry. Soon be winter anyway. Here we go, out into the open New Forest. Forley over there, look. Refinery. I'm just turning away from it, so I don't know if you can see that. Here's the free range horses, look. .40 mph speed limit through here. Less really. I don't want to go 40 mph when there's livestock walking about.